modern technique of handgun shooting, and an expert in the history of small arms stated that, remember the first rule of gunfighting, have a gun. While having a gun is great, one of the most deadly instruments of warfare, having one of those is better, the sniper rifle. Sniping isn't what it used to be. The rifles look different, and after centuries of warfare, they have modeled the sniper rifle into a deadly weapon. Through this modeling, the sniper rifle has changed warfare forever. Early sniper rifles, the long rifle. The long rifle or the musket rifle was the earliest form of rifle readily available. The most notable of these was the Kentucky rifle. These could be up to 4 feet long, and they could be accurate of up to 300 yards, and could be shot 2 to 4 times a minute with an experienced shooter. Without an experienced shooter, they could be possibly hit 200 yards and be fired 1 to 2 times a minute. These were 50 caliber guns, which nowadays 50 caliber kind of seems like a bigger round, but back then 50 caliber was in the majority of guns, even the handguns. Some modifications during this time was they actually increased the length of the barrel. They helped with greater accuracy and greater distance. They actually did smaller bullets, and they would wrap them in cloth to stick them down the barrel because it made it easier for the round to go into the barrel. Warfare during this time. While this was during the Revolutionary War, and the Americans used a type of warfare called guerrilla warfare, which was hit and run tactics. They would use small groups of men to annoy basically a bigger group of men and take out as many men as possible with suffering as few casualties. This sniping was very effective during this time because they would take out captains or leaders of the British Army to cause confusion in the ranks. The Civil War, the Sharps rifle. The Sharps rifle was accurate to up to 900 yards, which completely changed the game of sniping and warfare. Some modifications during this time was the mini ball. It was the first modern shaped round. It was different than the usual lead balls that would bounce around inside the body. Instead, this one would usually cause an in and out wound, and most people would actually die from the bullet wound and not infection afterwards. Also, rifling during this time, it allowed for the spin of the bullet when it exits the barrel, and it keeps bullet drop from happening, and it increases accuracy as well as distance. While during the Civil War, sniping wasn't hugely used, it was still very effective means of warfare in order to take out people that at a greater distance. The World Wars. Most notable of the rifles during the World Wars was the Springfield in 1903. It was a bolt action with a scope. It was a bolt action, you open it up like this, pull back, and load the next round. It made it very effective than shoving a ball down the barrel. Some modifications during this time were smokeless rounds. Before then, when you fired a musket, there would be a huge cloud of smoke, and it would give away your position. Well, now they had smokeless rounds where, as long as you could hide the muzzle blast, you were hit. Also, scopes. Scopes allowed you to view targets at a greater distance and be able to see them and be able to hit them at greater accuracy. Warfare. This was sniping was widely used during trench warfare because you could pick off snipers and you could pick off other machine gun nests that were attacking other trenches. The modern sniper rifles. One of the most notable modern sniper rifles is the Barrett M2A1 and Barrett M2A2. The Barrett is a 50 caliber bullet, and it comes in either semi-automatic or bolt action. A majority of them that are in the military now today are semi-automatic. Some modifications during this time. They now have armor-piercing rounds in which the bullet can now penetrate armored vehicles and tanks, as well as body armor. Also during this time, they included muzzle brakes, which allowed actually a video of a Bear 50 cal shooting. Sniper rifles have evolved from muskets in almost